redirect you to the new shirt. I have a merch store now. The link is in the video description. We have cool stuff like this mug, this shirt. It's got a design on the back as well. We've got hoodies, we've got mouse pads. Be sure to go and check that out. On today's episode, we're gonna pull all of the weight out of this vehicle. I cannot use tools to take out any weight. I can only use my hands. I also cannot affect safety in a negative way. So you'll notice that I'll leave my driver's side floor mat in place. That's a safety item where I don't want to slip during driving. I'll leave my driver's seat headrest in place. I'll weigh myself, and then everything that we take out, I will weigh myself with that item in my hands, and we will subtract that weight out of the car. They say that every 100 pounds is good for 0.1 seconds off your quarter-mile time. It also can help with braking and cornering, wear and tear. Now, if it comes out over the rear wheels, you might lose traction off the line if you have a lot of power. So there's some trade-offs. Let's see how much we can take out. 189.2. Now I'm gonna have to subtract the weight of the GoPro off. The GoPro is about half a pound. Call that 188.7. But let's go ahead and start with the stuff in here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna take out junk in my trunk. I'm gonna assume that a lot of you have random things in your car you could take out. So this thing here, I'll weigh it in a second. And I know I said I'm not gonna take safety stuff out. Safety stuff for the car itself, not safety stuff for outside the vehicle, like if I see an accident or something like that. Okay, I'll just drop that right there. This is one of those lithium ion battery jumper things. That's coming out. This LEXUS mat back here. Some of you probably run those. This thing, which goes underneath the mat. And now we find ourselves at the tools in the spare tire itself. Got a blanket, spare serpentine belt, spare lug nuts, some screwdrivers. Now some of you might say, hey, you're taking out some safety stuff. Well, let's pretend we're going to the track. I don't need to run this at the track. Actually, I probably could just put a lot of that stuff right in this little container that should come with your vehicle. This is pretty heavy. And then of course we have this jack right here. So we've got these tools, and then we're gonna go for the spare tire, which I think might be one of the heaviest items. Okay, you'll recall my weight was 188.7. 204.6. It's actually 204.1 because I need to subtract the GoPro weight off of it. So that pile of junk right there is 15.4 pounds removed. I'm holding the trunk mat and cover in my hands right now. I'm gonna step on the scale and we're at 197.2. The trunk cover and the mat weigh 8.5 pounds. If you add that to 15.4, we have 23.9 or 24 pounds for the stuff you see right here and right here. Oh, that's heavy. All right, I'm gonna need two hands for this one. 38.2 pounds. If you know of something that I missed that's not safety related or necessary in having the vehicle operate properly, let me know. Until then, I'm gonna go ahead and call the trunk finished. We're at 62.1 pounds. Like that, and take it out. Let's see how much this thing weighs. 204.2. Rough math tells me that's about 16 pounds right there. Some random things here. Got another weapon. Got my phone holder, cross. I don't think I can get this out because I actually have a wire running behind it. So I'm going to leave that. This is my cheapo cup holder that's falling apart and it has trash in it apparently. But we'll go ahead and throw that in there because I'm sure you guys have random stuff in your car too. Oh yes, there we go. Boom. Got a Bluetooth thing, OBD, insurance, and a paintbrush to clean the vents. And that is cleaned out now. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. Find some random, a wrench. Oh, that's where my wrench was. Okay, nothing in there. And I can't get rid of my Apex Neo. That is definitely needed to run the vehicle. I guess I could take that off. And then that's how you access your cabin air filter, by the way, which is in there. I'm not gonna take the cabin air filter out. Windshield cover for hot days. Oh, look at this. Compliments of my daughter. Go ahead and put it in there. Compliments of my son. I weighed this box before I put stuff in it, and it weighs half a pound. 5.5 pounds, so I'm gonna call this 5 pounds worth of crap that was in there. Let's go for the headrest now. I'm very curious to see how much all these weigh together. So if you didn't already know, pull up and push the button on the side, and they'll come all the way out. Put that one, and we're gonna take this one out, subtracting half a pound for the box. 5.9 pounds worth of headrests. Quarter-century old floor mats that I have in here. Pull all of these out, and I'm definitely vacuuming this thing after. Get this one out. All right, last one. And I'm gonna leave the driver's side one in place like I said. Let's see what we got holding the floor mats in my arm. 194.6. 3 mats are 5.9 pounds. So let's go ahead and tally it all up and see what we got. We almost hit 100 pounds. I removed all of the weight I could without any tools. I had to use my hands, and it could not drastically impact safety or operational ability of the vehicle. I did miss the fuse box covers on the inside of the car. I realized that at the end, but that's a negligible weight. So you're gonna have to say plus or minus 5 to 10 pounds depending on your setup, but you can roughly pull out of your car almost 100 pounds. 94.4 pounds is right here out of my car. I'm thinking I should take it for a test drive and see if I can feel a bit of a difference. So maybe I'll do that, and I'll throw some clips at the very end. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a like, drop a comment, and check out the merch store. I only release stuff that I get my hands on and make sure it looks cool. I think this shirt has turned out really well. There's some other items on there that you might be interested in as well. This is very affordable. It's not a ripoff. This is stuff for the GS community to give back, and then if you guys want to give back to me, I get a couple bucks from each purchase, and that's it. See, it just starts peeling out. Gotta love underpasses. I have belt slip. That's not good. I don't know what's going on under there right now. I gotta get it home. I'm gonna baby it home. Well, you're not gonna believe this. The entire tensioner pulley came off around the bearing on my serpentine tensioner. It came off, and the belt jumped down to the bearing itself, and the car continued to run. I've been working on cars for a long time. I have never seen anything like this. And you guys will recall that I do have the XAT Racing pulleys. So I reached out to XAT Racing right away, and they took care of me. I had the older style tensioner pulley. XAT Racing sent me one of the pulleys with the retainer lip on it. Let me show you guys exactly what happened, because I happen to have a spare that was exactly the same as the one that is now on the freeway somewhere. It flew out of the bottom of the car. It's gone. This is the old design right here. This is the exact same design that flew off on the freeway. This is the new design that XAT sent me. There's your difference right there. I guess you could say that my car was attempting to do its own weight savings.
Stop it.
When I got home, this is exactly what I found. Look at how this serpentine belt is on top of the bearing. Had the belt slipped off that bearing, it probably would have completely destroyed the belt itself, of course, getting wrapped up and everything. It could have maybe hit this radiator hose here. It could have been catastrophic, or it could have been significant, might be a better way to say it. I'm calling this a miraculous save. The fact that my belt is so tight is probably what enabled it to jump down onto the bearing itself. That's the new tensioner. And I think we all agree this is a first. I have never seen this before, and XAT has never seen this before. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, drop a comment. See you on the next one.